Hi, Susan and Victor. How are you guys? Okay, so welcome to Fabric Chicks Live. Um, I I do not think it's the 10th. Hang on a second. Devin still hasn't recouped from his uh wisdom teeth being taken out. So he's kind of like in slow motion. And he's been shipping all day. So let me see, what is today's date? Is the 15th. We got to put in the date. If you're new to watching, we have to put in the date. Otherwise, the ladies tune into like an old one and we're not actually, they're talking to us, but we're not actually live. So let me get this in. September 15th, save and send. Okay, so welcome everybody. We're so glad that you're taking the afternoon off to join us. I'm going to do a couple of quick demos on what we're doing here in the shop. So even if you think, oh, I don't want to take up felting because I don't want to start a new hobby, it's always good to learn what your options are. Keep that kind of in the back of your head in case you want to add some texture or a different look to the project you're doing. So a lot of times I mix, I guess they call that mixed media. I mix different forms of quilting or crafting together. So come on over here, Devin. Don't trip on the cord. And I'm going to show you what we did today in Doris's class. So you can join Doris's class. It's $10 a month, the third Monday of the month, 11 to 1. And we do felting, applique. We do some dimensional stuff, kind of like what I did in my Baltimore Beauty quilt. And Suzette references embroidery books, ribbon embroidery books to add more texture, more depth, more dimension to her blocks. So these are my blocks right here. And I have kind of I got this piece of felt out of the trash, and it was a kind of a small piece, but big enough to do a lot of fun things. I just attached this with French knots, so it's still loose because it's already been felted, like in the washer. It's not going to ravel. And then these pieces here are from wool felt. Well, it's actually just wool. These pieces are just wool. Sometimes though I do use flannel. They're not going to ravel, so I can just do a quick running stitch on them. This here I used wool, the wool roving. These leaves here, I don't know if you can see them, but these leaves here are actually Silk Fusion. And we've demoed that before, but where you take the silk roving and you use a glue medium to kind of seal it together to create your own fabric, which you can sew. You can actually use that silk roving once you use the glue base. It's a special kind of glue. Once you use that, you can actually make tote bags. You can make all kinds of vases, all kinds of weird things with that medium. So just using all the different mediums. Here's the ones I have done so far. I'm mixing. These are like a folded rose here. So this is what I'm doing here. So just in case you don't know what wool roving is, wool roving comes like this. Or sometimes you get it in different color batches. I got this, I have no idea where. It just showed up here at the shop. It's my favorite kind of treat is when I find something I'm actually going to use. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pull a little bit of fibers, and I was mixing it with this turquoise color. You can use brushes and you can card it to, if I wanted to, I could kind of put this in here, just a few at a time. You don't want to do too much at a time, and just kind of mix it together. And then when you take it and card it like this, it will blend it for you. I don't really do too big of projects. I just can kind of pull it with my fingers without the brushes. But we are getting ready in the winter to do a winter scene. Well, you can do any season you want. The original one was a winter scene, so I'm doing a winter scene. Of course, Doris is probably doing a Halloween scene, but once I have my mix of colors, I'm going to take a single needle. I do have triple needles, but the triple needle you need more if you're doing a larger space. Because I want to make kind of little petals like this, I want just my single needle. And you want to make sure you go straight in and straight out. I can see here my friction pin is right here, so I haven't filled that all in. So I'm just going to take a little bit of fibers and just scrunch it in here. And you can kind of just work your way around. But I want to stay inside my drawing line. So once I get it kind of done where I want it, if you did do felting, but you did 3-dimensional, you really have to watch out for your fingers. So this is kind of nice because it is not a 3-dimensional thing I'm holding in my hand like a dryer ball. You're all familiar with Doris's dryer balls. Sometimes you can actually poke your fingers with those. Well, this needle is super sharp, goes right in. Problem with this needle is it has a burr on it, which is what makes it stick into the fabric. And that's really kind of hard to get out of your skin if you do get it in there. Just ask Charity. She had her needle in her finger for a long time. So the more you put in there, the more poofy or the more dimensional it's going to be. And I like my flowers to be kind of have more body to them. So I'm just going to do it kind of like this, right? And then I need a center. I could fill in right there. I did use my friction pins though, so it's I'm not too worried because when I iron it, the lines will come out. So I'm just gonna put it in there just like that. And then for the gold, and you can always go back and add more. It's a little bit harder to pull it out if you get it too much. These little flowers here was a piece of upholstery fabric that I used, and I just basically cut a rectangle, flipped it over, sewed it into a square, and then put the raw edges inside of the wool there. And then once I've got, I want to pull it off, it kind of sticks to your pad, so you got to pull it off pretty gently like that. And then this I'm going to use for this flower over here, but I want to do a little center. So I'm just going to show you real quick to do the center. I'm just going to take a little piece of fiber. You can see it's not much. This is actually probably too much. And I'm just going to roll it in my fingers and kind of put it in the center and just kind of keep pushing it into the spot that I want it. So it is a little bit more than probably I should have used, although it's not going to bug me. So I'm just going to put it in there, and now it's pretty much stuck in there for life. So you can see it goes much quicker than your regular applique. And I really don't like the shape of this petal here, so I will go back and add more at some point, but not today because you got enough of a demo there. So if you're interested in doing Doris's felt applique, these are the next 3 months. It's $10 a month. The pattern is included, so you get the pattern free. And these are the next 3. So for this, I'm going to just show you another little trick that I do on the freezer paper. So usually I take this upstairs. I use my light box. I trace whatever I need to trace. I don't trace the whole pattern though. I mean, I could, but I don't, just because I don't really need it. And so here is going to be like my tulip head. So I've got it traced, and you can see I didn't do it very straight here. I probably was having a glass of wine. But I am going to just, I could kind of cock it to the side if I wanted, but then I'd have to cock all of them, and I don't really want to. So I'm going to just put this right here. I'm going to take a friction pin. So a friction pin is going to, of course, I have to get a brand new friction pin because I can never keep track of mine. I'm going to put a big ribbon on this and say, if you steal this, return it back to Fabric Chicks. So I'm just going to take my friction pin. A friction pin will iron off when you put it, when you iron, it will disappear. So I'm just going to put this down to here, and You could, if you wanted it to be exact, which you know I don't really care about. If you wanted it to be exact, you could iron the freezer paper. You can iron the shiny side onto your fabric, and then it won't move at all. So this is the beauty of the friction pen. And I'm going to do this little tulip completely out of the wool roving. I'm not sure what color yet. I'm going to kind of look at what I've got going on and then decide what I want to do. So freezer paper is something really inexpensive that you can get. You can actually go to your butcher in like your Raley's or your Safeway. You can go to your butcher and ask them for butcher paper, or also known as freezer paper. And I literally buy one box of freezer. Well, probably in the 30 years I've been quilting, I may have bought 2 boxes of freezer paper. So I'm just going to do these two this last one real quick. That way I'll have something to do tonight at midnight when I'm binge watching. Right now I'm binge watching Sullivan's Crossing. Have you guys seen it? It's pretty good. Okay, hang on. So that is what I'm going to do with my freezer paper. Then I'll know what to fill in. So if you need a friction pen, if you haven't gotten a friction pen, just type in that you need a friction pen. These are the sepia brown color, but we do have black also. Then the other thing that I always keep handwork ready in case I have to like take a kid or somebody to the hospital or something and I've got time to kill and I want to like not fall asleep. I always keep handwork ready. So I've got the Frida embroidery. And so this was one the other day. I don't know. I ended up working on like 3 different projects in one evening because I didn't apparently take enough homework home with me. So this I've just shaded in. I've colored it in with colored pencils, and then I'm embroidering over the line. So we do have these panels available still. This was another one from that panel. And I think that I've been trying to decide what I'm going to do with these. I just love the mindless embroidery. It's very relaxing. So I've been trying to decide what I want to do with these, but I think that I might put them all around one of the Frida panels. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of where I'm leaning to. Okay, so that's what we have there. And then, so if you need the friction pen, type that you need a friction pen. They're $3.29. If you want to sign up for Doris's class, just type in you want to sign in up for Doris's class, 3rd Monday of the month. And then also we've got, and this is just temporary because I haven't done the cornucopia yet, but this is the fruits and vegetables that go in the cornucopia. So we've got like a head of lettuce. Look at how cute the little peas are, the snap peas. We've got different vegetables. Look at the corn. I think this is a turnip, but I'm not really sure. The green beans, super cute. So these all go in the cornucopia. We are going to kit them up for you. So if you want to do the vegetables so that you have a cute little table decoration for fall, we're going to do 3 a month. And then, so let me just tell you, it's $20. I'm going to send you a kit to do 2 or 3, depending on how big they are or how much time they're going to take. Each time we get together, we're going to do 2 or 3 of them. It's $20 for the evening. And the first class is next Monday, right after this. So from 5:30 to 7. So jot this down because we just put this in the book. So tomorrow, of course, we're going to be making kits for the first one. But $22 or September 22nd, which is a Monday, 5:30 to 7. And then October 27th, 5:30 to 7. And then November, we're going to do Saturday the 15th from 10 to 3. So we will be posting that. But it's going to be, just in case you didn't get your pen in time, September 22nd from 5:30 to 7, October 27th, 5:30 to 7, and then on November 15th, the week 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. It's a Saturday from 10 to 3. We're going to finish them all up. So it's $20 for each session. And that includes the kit and the pattern. So all you're going to need is, I'm going to put stuffing in. For those of you that we're shipping to, I don't know if you want me to put stuffing in, I can. We could probably suck the air out of it so it gets small. I'm just worried shipping sometimes is crazy. Okay, so that is what we're doing. Oh, poor Judy. She'll be camping on the 22nd. Don't worry, Judy. We can get you caught up. Okay, I'm going to go back and read comments real quick and see if I missed any questions since Devin is scrolling on his personal cell phone. He's actually filming from my cell phone, and so he can't, it's so small, he can't read the comments. Okay, so let's see. Riri has no sound. Okay, so perfect, Carolyn. I think it's going to be really, really fun. All right, so that is that. I'm going to go back and I have a ton of this ribbon. It's cute little piece ribbon. So I'm just going to go and put that into all of your orders. I do want to let you know that next Monday is the Jester class for Virginia Robertson's. So thank you, Judy. So if you want to learn how to make this doll, it has articulated fingers, so you can actually move the fingers. You could put like a little wine glass in his hand and then wrap his fingers around it. There's a wire in there. She shows you how to do all of that tiny little work. She'll show you how to do the face, sculpting the face. It's going to be a pretty intense class. Look how cute his little toes are. So this is the Jester class with Virginia Robertson next Monday, 9 a.m. If you can't make it to her class, we do send all of the registered students the recording. So if you're thinking about doing doll making, now's the time to sign up. This is the pattern. If you need the pattern, S130. S130 is $12.95. If you need the pattern, just let us know. S130 is $12.95. Virginia's classes are such a good price point. So the class for this, like in the olden days, would have been like $65. But Virginia is really trying to keep all of her classes affordable. So it's $25 and you get the recording. And okay, perfect, Dan. I'll double check and make sure, but I think you are. Judy actually bought the finished doll. Judy didn't want to make the doll, so she bought it finished. So if you do want to buy anything that Virginia does, she does sell all of her samples. So that's kind of a good thing to know, especially if you want a Christmas gift. And then, wait, hang on a second. What other things is Virginia doing? We did the crow and the birds on the Spam cans. We did those last week. So any of Virginia's classes, they're all recorded and you can get the recording. So even if you missed it, and you want to start out with a simpler doll than this, like the arthritis doll, you can get the arthritis doll recording. I want to say it was 2 sessions, so it's $45. And she literally covers everything you ever need to know in doll making. So that is a really good one to kind of start with. Then she has an applique for quilts or applique for anything. You could put it on a sweatshirt, a denim jacket, a pillow. But her applique techniques, she's doing a cornucopia or stacked pumpkins on October 6th. And her lectures for the kind of the more crafting items are only $15. So it's a super good price point. So she's got the applique cornucopia or stacked pumpkins. I'll get the patterns. We'll have the patterns for you on Wednesday because I did not grab those. And then she also has the leaf pot holders or the pumpkin pot holders on October 20th from 9 to 10-ish. And that's that for classes, except for I have been in love with this. This book is super cute. There's several of them in here I love, and a lot of you have this book already. So this is the heart one. So I think, you know me, I love hearts. So I think I'm going to do this heart one here. So this is what it looks like. I love that it's got two different backgrounds. But I'm going to use the ombre fabrics. So hang on a second. I'm going to show you what the ombre fabrics look like in a second. This is all the different patterns in here. So basically it's half square triangles. And I know that, I love the sun. I know that Victor has tips and tricks for half square triangles. Here's a cute little sunflower, pretty easy it looks like to put together. So just fun. This one is adorable. I love the strawberry. I swear someday I'm going to be a piecer because some of these are just so cute. And then there's one other one that I really love here. The star is fun. So any of these you could do. This you could easily do with the ombre fabrics, I think. I'm not sure, though. I didn't read anything but the heart to make sure that the 5-inch strips would work. You know me, I love mountains and sunsets and all that good stuff. So this is a fun book. There's lots of projects, easy to piece, easy to love. It's normally $25.99. So we do have them S132. We have them for $20. And I'm gonna do a just another sew-in later in the year. So I'm gonna be working on this. If you want to work on this also, you can. This is the jelly roll strips. I'm going to do the ombre colors just because I think they're so fun. So this is a Moda 5-inch roll. So you've got some grays. And when I say ombre, just in case you don't know what ombre means, an ombre is where it goes dark to light. So this one, it's only going to the middle and then it goes back. So the middles are the lightest. So you can cut out the centers and use the centers for the tops and then the darks at the bottom. Or you could just use purples in one spot, kind of how they have the turquoise down at the bottom and the pinks up at the top. You can really do anything your heart desires. These do have little snowflakes in them, but I think they're kind of like, to me, they're not necessarily snowflakes. They're kind of like just glittery stars. So that is this jelly roll, which is S131 for $45. They are 5-inch strips. So 5-inch strips, they could be snowflakes or they could just be stars, I think. When you cut them up into little pieces, they can be whatever you want. They are glittery gold and glittery silver. So S131 is the jelly roll. The book is S132. And then if you need the wool for Doris, if you're doing Doris's class and you want the wool that she's doing for the next couple of months, even if you're not, like, I'm not necessarily using the wool for my entire block. I'm using a lot of wool, not necessarily the wool fibers. I'm using a lot of wool, just regular wool. But it's a great way to get different colors for your stash. So if you want the wool, this one is S129 for $18. S129 for $18, and you'll get that variety of colors. So it's kind of a good variety just to add to your stash. S129 is $18. 129 is $18. And then I have some free patterns. So we're just going to, here, if you want to show these patterns, there are a couple of purse patterns. So if I pick your name, you can say purse or you can say quilt patterns, but then you have no idea which one it's going to be, okay? Oh, Judy says half square triangles are her favorite. Oh, you're crazy. Okay, I've got Phyllis. Is Phyllis watching? I think she would probably want a table runner. Phyllis, if you're watching, let me know. I've got Joanne Garbarini. And we want to thank you guys for liking and sharing our Facebook and YouTube videos. Also, the more you hit the like little heart button or the thumbs up button, the more you hit that, the more it helps our algorithm to actually get higher rankings on Facebook and YouTube. I know it's kind of crazy. Okay, I've got Terry Evangelo, I've got Sua Cove, and I have Kathleen Rader. So let me know if you're one of the winners, let me know if you're here, and then let me know if you want a quilt or a table runner. And I don't see any of you guys here. That's like kind of tragic. I have that special triangle ruler that keeps them straight. Oh, perfect. We actually do sell that triangle ruler. Well, we sell one of the triangle rulers for half square triangles. Sue, do you want the Asian purse? I think it's this one. Well, your name's on it, Sue, so perfect. Okay, and then oh gosh, I'm gonna have to draw some more names since they're not saying that they're here. Okay, I have Sharon Weber. I have Sharon Weber and Lucretia and Beverly Ann. Anybody? None of these people are here. Gosh, I'm just gonna have to.
Remember Sharon?
Who? She didn't come. Sharon. Oh yeah, Tina Benedicto. Tina, you didn't win. But Sharon wants. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's see. Sharon Weber wants the blue purse. Okay. Kathleen, Phyllis, Lucretia, Beverly Ann, Terry Evangelo, Joanne Garbarini. Are any of you guys here? All right, I'm just going to scroll because it seems like not some of the regulars are not here. Okay, I got 3 more patterns. Like I say, sometimes it's so hard. Oh, Beverly Ann says she's here, but re-gift it. Sometimes it's so hard to give things away. Okay, so here are the 3 things left. I'm just going to scroll. Let me find where is. Do you see my little bowl that should have blank papers?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I know what I want to show you guys. Oh, here it is. Snooze, you lose. I know, Terracotta. Okay, I love that. Okay, Terracotta, I'm just gonna pick your name. You tell me which one you want. Terracotta. Okay, tell me which one you want. I tried to do Facebook Fabric Chick Stitch Along. I don't know if it worked. Sherry, you tried to do what on Fabric Chick Stitch Along? Did you try to post? I hope that you guys post your purses. So on Saturday we had a sew-in, and we're gonna do another sew-in because we have till the month of the end of September to sew purses. So this is Mary Lou says she'll be in Wednesday, Devin. So these are all the purses that we got done so far here at Fabric Chicks. Okay, I'm trying to get them all. Thank God for Suzette. Suzette cut the purses out for us. Okay, can you move the camera over here? So we've got a ton of these cute little purses done right here. See how cute that is? And here's another one. Suzette used kind of the thicker jean material for the base so that she didn't have to use interfacing. And then on the flap, she did one side out of cute fabric. And then we had a bunch of embellishments on the table so you could do anything you wanted. So it was super fun for those of you who missed it. Mary Vitti actually showed up in person at the shop. So that was a lot of fun. And also, I think this is the cutest thing. So my dear friend, and if you guys have been around for, if you guys were around, you know, like a decade ago, Joan made all of these cute little coasters, and Suzette took them and put them onto the purses, which is super fun because one of Joan's favorite places, she went several times with her mom, was Africa. And so a little piece of her is going back to Africa. So I love that. So, anyways, we've got all of these purses so far done. And so we'll do another sew in so we can send these to the girls. If you want to donate money, it does, in order for them to get reusable pads for their periods so they can stay in school, because if they don't have that, they can't go to school. It costs $10 a year. So you can donate money, you can do purses. I'm going to be seeing the So Powerful group. They're going to be at the Foothill Quilters Guild's quilt show this coming up weekend that Devin and I are going to go to. We're actually going to hit 2 guild shows, one 2 hours to the north, and then one 2 hours over the mountain, maybe 3 hours. I think Angels Camp's about 3 hours, but they're kind of my favorite places. I love Auburn. I love the foothills of California. So I think it's going to be fun. I might even take Devin out for lunch. I mean, he is my chauffeur. It's kind of nice. I'll be able to stitch and sew while he's driving me. Elaine, I wish you were closer too, but you can join via Zoom. So we'll pick another day. Suzette did donate, but I don't want to just, sometimes we have people that just want freebies. And so, so I want to make sure we get this into the right hands. So we might have some left after purse making, but if you want to, Suzette found some fantastic fabric, canvas fabric, so you're not going to need to use interfacing, but it has books on it. So we threw a $4 a yard price on it, which is a really good price. It is about 60 inches wide. So it's heavyweight upholstery fabric canvas, and it is purses. So we have, it's got books and a thing of pencils and a clock. Super cute for a little purse. You could use this for the flap. You could use it for the body and then line it with something else. I'm not sure. Carolyn, I'm not sure what day we're going. I'll let you know. S134 is $4 a yard. It is 60 inches wide, upholstery fabric, super perfect for purses. But if you want to use it for something else, you can purchase it, and we'll use the money, all the funds that we get from this, we'll use to donate to Suzette's Suzette's campaign on the Sew-a-thon fundraiser. So if you haven't done the Sew-a-thon, you can go to sewathon.org and you can set up an account and you can join our team, Quilt Show Reno team, because you know I'm super competitive and I like to win. Although I don't think we're going to win. I think that there is some of their regulars who have been doing it year after year after year, and I think that they've got some pretty awesome teams. So I'm not sure. Anyhow, okay, Judy, go walk your dog. Riri wants 1 yard on YouTube. Devin, can you write that down? Mm-hmm. Okay, so S134. Oh, we got a little bit of time left, so we can do some auctions. Okay, let's see here. I've got 2 more patterns. I'm just going to scroll and see. Hey, Anna, how is did I sign up? Suzette, did you sign up for what? Virginia's Jester class? I don't think you would want to do the Jester class. Okay, I have Ann Lindenmeyer. and Ann Lindenmeyer. Gosh, I can't believe Phyllis didn't respond for this amazing pattern. Okay, I have Ann Lindenmeyer, and then I have, where's it going to land? I've got Brenda Yagi. Okay, Brenda Yagi. Gosh, somebody's getting really generous with the paper. Usually my scrap paper, when they cut it into little pieces for me, is like half that size. I can be really big and bold. Okay, Brenda. And remember, if you ever get something and you don't want it, you do not have to feel obligated to take it. We do not want to clutter up your world, but we do want you to get all the goodies that you want. Okay, so we've got a few auctions we're going to do. There was something I was going to say to you guys today, and I said, oh, don't worry, I'll be able to remember. And good date conflict. Suzette. Yeah, Suzette is for the jester, but then she says, and good date conflict. Huh. Suzette, I have no idea. But I think, look at, you're going to have so much money donated in your account. You might win some of the good prizes. Okay, so we do have an auction S147. This is 63 inches by 88 inches. If you're new to watching and you've never bid on anything or you've never ordered anything, most things like the doll pattern we have plenty of. But sometimes if we do an auction, it means we only have one of them. And so just to make it fair, sometimes we'll put like, she does not want to take it. Okay. Okay, Suzette. Okay, so S147 is 63 by 88. It's a heavyweight. It's not a heavyweight, but it is kind of a canvas fabric. It looks like maybe it was, the edges were hemmed, so maybe it was a tablecloth at one point. I'm venturing to say it was a tablecloth. But you could use it for curtains or the background of something, a background of a big applique if you wanted. S147 is 63 inches by 88 inches. It could be a backing of a quilt, or it could be tote bags. S147, the auction is starting at $20. It's 63 inches by 88 inches. So 63 inches by 88 inches. It's 88 inches across, I'm guessing, and 63 inches down width, I guess. S147, the auction is starting at $20. You could it would make cute reusable bags for sure. And easy if you wanted to make a reusable like grocery bag, you wouldn't really have to line it because it is kind of that heavier canvas fabric. So S147 is 63 inches by 88 inches. The auction is starting at $20. The auction is starting at $20. Okay, Suzette, I got you now. It's clear. I got you. I'll look and see if we actually put you into the class. Okay, S147 is for the safari jungle animals. S128 is for a couple of crocheted. This one is kind of stained, but you could, if you wanted to, you could tea dye the whole thing, or if you wanted to put it like on the back of a jean jacket or something, or I'm using these in a lot of different things as just embellishments. You could totally do that. S128, the auction is starting at $2. S128, the auction is starting at $2. S128, S128, the auction is starting at $2. And then we have S127 is a bunch of collars. I'm not really sure when collars became a thing, but you could cut them up and use the lace on other things, or you can layer them. So many different things you could do. I mean, this is the button. I mean, you could look like what's her name? Gosh, the judge from way back when. Well, I think Judge Judy wears these too. Ruth, Gainsbourg is who I'm thinking of. But so here are some tan ones, all kinds of fun little things, crocheted, and you got 3 of those tan ones. Here's another one here you could do some fun things with. I would probably cut them apart and use parts of them. You could cut it in half and then have like a sun and then rays or something. The auction is S127 for $3. 127 for $3. 127 for $3. Uh-oh. Do you girls want auctions or should we go on to something else? And then here is S22 for $10. Let's see what we got here. Are you guys auctioned out? I've got S128 for $2. Here is, I don't know, it feels, oh, here is more watercolor stuff. So this actually has the watercolor book. And the class supply list. Who doesn't need that? I don't know if the one I was making is even in here, but I actually owned this book at one time and I had boxes full of all of these 2-inch squares. That one is cute though. I would totally love that if I could get myself to do a watercolor quilt, but I cannot deal in 2-inch squares. So if you want the challenge, the watercolor book and a bunch of watercolor prints here. I mean, even if you don't want to do the watercolor stuff and you want, these are all like 1/4 yards, it looks like. That's a bigger piece. Here is some green. It's not my favorite filling fabric, but it does say Blank Textiles. So these, in my opinion, are not the best quality fabrics. These, the flowers, the floral ones were quilt shop quality. These I would say are more crafty quality. And then a crappy spool of thread, it looks like. Well, extra strong quilting thread. So you could do yo-yos with this. That's all in there. And the auction is S22 starting at $10. S22 starting at $10. So just the 1/4 yards of the floral prints to add to your stash is probably worth it. Okay, let's see. We have the only one being bid on is the collars. They're at $10. The collars are at $10. The safari fabric is no takers. S147. S147 is at $20 for that. You could get a lot of reusable bags out of that. Okay, let's see what we got. What else do we have here? Here, this one is good for those of you who just like to bid on things. S114. S114 is starting at 25 cents. It is literally an old hanky with somebody the initials of K. So here is an old hanky for 1/4. For 1/4, you can get an old hanky here, and then it's got 2 hat pins in it. And I have tried to figure out what the hat pins are, what the symbols stand for, but I can't. I would just cut this part out and then get rid of the rest of the hanky. But S114 is starting at 25 cents. In case you know what these little hat pins are or you collect those little pins. S114 is starting at 25 cents. 114 starting at 25 cents. And oh, now we got some bidders. I'm super excited. Okay, we got some bidders. Let's see if I have YouTube. Well, Riri started the bid out, but on YouTube, but the rest of you are on Facebook now. So all the auctions are on Facebook. S22 is at $15. S22 for the floral watercolor is at $22. S114 is at 25 cents for the old hanky with the hat pins. S114 is at 25 cents. S127 S127 is at $10 for the collars. No takers for $128 for the hot pad doilies that you can do all kinds of fun things with them. I think these stained ones I would just tea dye so that they don't look stained. $147 is at $20. Sue, I think you'll love that piece. You actually could you could do a skirt out of it too. A skirt might be cute, or a jacket. It would be a great base of a jacket. A really good base for a jacket. Okay, get your final bids in. I've got a few more things, auction things to show you. All right, Peggy, 25 cents. That is going to break the bank. Tell Richard I'm going to have to charge him a service fee for running that credit card. Okay, 128. 128 is at $2. I'm just going to give that to you, Mary Lou. Mary Lou, $2. Okay, Suacobe for $20 for that. Okay, let me see. 127 and 22 are still on the table. 22, I've got Jennifer Evans. This right here is the perfect example of keeping quilting affordable. You literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus quarter yards of fabric, Quilt Shop quality fabrics, plus the bonus of everything else, and the fantastic book. Okay, auction was 15, S22 was 15, and then 127 is Susan DeHont for 10. Susan, what are you going to do with these? Susan DeHont for $10. And we have some great placemats. I might they look like they're in pretty good shape, although there was one, this one's a little bit faded. So you might want to, one of them is faded. So you might want to like just cut and change the binding of it. But these are very that one has a stain on it. I don't know if it washes out or not. But this has the pocket for your silverware right here. That's kind of a cute little idea. This needs to be fixed. The sewing's coming out of the little pocket. But if you want a rescue mission, this is a great rescue mission. There is 2, 4, 5 of them. S1311 is $6. S1311 is $6. They could use some washing up, but they are super cute. This is a little pocket for your silverware. S1311 is starting at $6. 1311 is starting at $6 for the placemats. And I'm going to clean this up and then I'll see what other special auctions we have. Jennifer Evans, we actually, I believe, made you a basket finally. Finally, the girls made a basket for you. S1311 is starting at, it's at $7. 1311 is at $7. And this is for all of you Scottish people out there. This is Country Flowers of Scotland. It is a tea towel. S115 is 25 cents. You could cut it apart. It says the name of the town and like the flowers that are from that region. So it's kind of a fun little towel that you could cut apart and then use in other projects, or you could leave it all together and use it for whatever you want. S115 is 25 cents for the Country Flowers of Scotland. S115 is at 25 cents for the tea towel. S115 is at 25 cents. 115 is at 25 cents. Oh, it's at 50 cents. 115 is at 50 cents. S148 is a shower curtain. S148 is a shower curtain. The auction is starting at $3. But I think, you know me, you can use fabric for anything. So if you don't want it as a shower curtain, you could, it's got the little holes here, but if you don't want it as a shower curtain, you can just cut that top part off and use the rest as fabric. It's kind of a fun overlay fabric. It is a little bit see-through right here. You can see my hand through it. So it's a little bit see-through, but it would be fun to add to anything. You could use it as a background texture and then applique on top of it. You could sew it into gift bags. I would put a lining if it was a gift bag, but it's kind of a fun shimmery fabric. S148 is $3 for the shower curtain. 148 is $3 for the shower curtain. And S148 is $3 for the shower curtain. And let's see if we've got any bidders here. S148 is the shower curtain. You could use it for drapes, totally. You could totally use it for drapes. I am not sure what happened to my, I am not sure what happened to, I should have an auction box that's already got prices on it, but I don't know what happened to it. It got moved around for the shop pop or something. So I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's a Minky kit. Kit includes 8 14 by 14 inch squares. It completes to a 30 by 36 cuddly quilt top. Easy to follow directions. Additional supplies needed is a backing fabric, 1 yard plush or 1 yard flannel fabric. 36 by 40 inch cotton batting is optional. So it makes this cute little quilt here. This makes this cute little quilt here. These are the actual fabrics. So there are 8 14 by 14 pieces of fabric in there. So to make a cute little baby quilt, we're going to just do $15 auction. S135. S135 is a cute little cuddly quilt. It's going to be about 36 by 30. So 30 inches by 36 inches. The squares are already cut, so you're not going to make a big mess. And then you can put any kind of flannel on the back or a piece of Minky on the back. So it is like, this is the smooth Minky, this is the dot Minky, and then it looks like letters and numbers on some of the others. Here is what it actually looks like. So those are the prints that are in the box. So S135 is starting at $15. 135 is starting at $15. The shower curtain is 148. OMG, the Scotland towel is at $5. I just never know what's going to sell around here. 1311 for the placemats is at $0. Nobody wants to rescue the placemats. 135 for the baby quilt. There's 3 of you at $15. 135 for the baby quilt. There's 3 of you at $15. The shower curtain, no takers for the shower curtain. I'm going to have to just make some things out of the stuff you guys don't buy because I see a vision. I see fabulous things with them. Okay, so 1311, there is no takers. 1311, there's no takers. So I'm just going to say, if you want these for free, just say you want them for free and I'll throw them in your basket. Otherwise, I'm going to throw them outside on the free table. So 1311, if you want it for free, the first person who says it I'll throw it in your basket. 135 for the baby quilt is at $20. 135 for the baby quilt is at $20. 115. Oh, Suzette may have bid on the placemats. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, Mary Lou bid $7. Now they're free. Now they're free, Mary Lou, because I didn't see that. Okay, free for Mary Lou. Every once in a while, um, you just get a really good deal at Fabric Chicks, like an amazing deal because I can't keep up with the comments. Okay, 148. 148 is Elaine, I think, for $3. Elaine, if you want to do gift bags with these, bring them to the October retreat. I think they would be great reusable gift bags for Christmas or something. Okay, 135. 135 is Connie Kaufman. Connie Kaufman for $20. I'm pretty sure is what she put. 135. Yep. And then 115 for the 115. I've got Stephanie for $5. Okay. And then let's see. Do I have any more time, Devin, or is that my time?
4 minutes.
I've got 4 minutes, he says. Okay, let's see. I don't really know what has happened back here, but okay, here. This is going to be the one you guys all fight over. It looks like some kind of a wine, very professionally tied here. Some kind of a wine project started. So somebody started this project and gave up, apparently. This has, so you've got a table runner already made and bound. Somebody hand stitched the table runner. So you've got a large table runner already put together for wine, grapes, and different things. And then you have all the go with it fabric. So you still have some more of the grape panels. So you've got grape panels here. And then you have some of this sashing fabrics. You got some wine labels. You have, ouch. You have some Insulbrite. I hope I don't bleed. Oh, here's a placemat with Insulbrite inside of it. So you've got some placemats done. You've got another placemat ready to put binding on. All these look like they just need binding. You got a bunch of them that literally they've got the backing on them. They just need binding. So you've got a table runner already made and then some placemats that just need to be finished. I'm just going to start this auction at $20. S136. S136. Donna, the cute doll by the Jester doll. This is a class with Virginia Robertson next Monday at 9 a.m. It's $25 for the class. And then we also have the pattern with it. You can, if you can't make Monday's class, you can get the recording of any of Virginia's classes. And then she's happy to help you with anything that you're doing. S136 is at $22. 136 is at $22 for the placemats. The already made table runner. If you're looking for gifts, this is an easy one you could quickly finish. S136 is at $22. 136 is at $22. 136 is at $22. And let's see. Gosh. While you guys are bidding on that, I think that's going to be kind of a little auctiony thing here. 136. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 placemats, 3 extra panels, and a table runner already finished. So this is the I'm going to hold it up so you can really kind of see it. It's a beautiful wine line, grapes and different things. Here is the table runner already finished. So ready to go. You've got a table runner, and it's great because it's for a long table, or it can hang, you can put it on your counter and it can hang off the sides. So already finished wine label. I think Devin's fixing his dinner. while he's trying to film, while he's texting. He's like multitasking to the extreme at the moment. Okay, here is your table runner, and then it has the coordinating placemats, and it's got 3 more of these featured blocks. S1. Whoops. Did I lose the paper with the auction for that is S136 is at $30. 136 is at $30. Here I'm going to just show you a bag of random fabric. You've got like a heavier canvas, kind of like a jean material here. You got some ghosts. Looks like maybe it was going to be a hot pad or something. You've got some other fabric scraps. You've got some rocks and things, and some batting, and a dual duty thread here. We're just going to do this auction 137 at $3. So if you want just to build some fabric in your stash, S137 is at $3. S137 is at $3. 136 is at $32. The table runner placemats are at $32. 137 for the bag of fabric scraps is at $3. And a spool of dual duty thread in a Kelly green color, and some batting. So you got some scraps. This one's kind of a fun one if you like to do scrappy things, which I do. I love scraps. But you do have a little pot holder or something here started. Pretty big piece of this green fabric. It's like a polished cotton. If you remember back in the day of the polished cottons, that's what that is. S137 is at $3. The wine table, the table runner and the placemats is at $35. The placemats and the table runners are at $35. So if you want a gift already done, it's at $35. Get your final bids in, because Devin is letting me know that it's time for him to go to the gym. He hasn't been to the gym for a week because of his what did you have done?
What?
What did you do?
Wisdom teeth?
Yeah, he had his wisdom teeth taken out last Tuesday. So he's still kind of recouping. Okay, so that is get your final bids in. We're at $36 on the placemats. The fabric is the placemats and the table runners at $40. Mary Lou, you can have the fabric for $3. Great way to build your stash and add a little bit of variety and to keep quilting affordable. And the placemats and table runner are at $40. Get your final bid in. We're going to close it up. And we want to tell you guys, we love that you chose to spend your day with us today. We're going to throw some ribbons into your baskets, and hopefully I can go get some long arming done, because I had 3 quilts dropped off, and so I feel like I'm behind, even though I'm really not, because they just came in. But so I got to go do some long arming. Donna says, Devin, I hope your mouth is not sore. Hugs to you. His mouth is so sore. He can barely talk, and he keeps like drooling. It's hard for him to like not like drool. Anyways, we love him anyways. He was a trooper. He went horseback riding with us yesterday, even with his mouth hurting with every step. But he was a trooper. Anyway, so that's all we have for today. Join us on Wednesday. If you need anything specific, just send us a text or give us a call, and we'll get it on Wednesday's sale. Are you guys ready for fall? Like, are you ready for pumpkins and fall stuff? Or what do you, if you have anything you want to do, let us know. Oh, those ones, Suzette, those ones I sent home with the lady. Those ones she did not drop off. Because they were antique quilts. They were in really bad shape. They had holes all throughout them. They were hand pieced. And I don't think the lady wants to spend the money to have them quilted, because she still has to buy backing and she still has to buy batting. And then she also needs me to put the binding on. And, you know, she wants that for like $32 because she can buy a whole quilt at Walmart for that price. So I doubt that she'll bring them back. She was going to take them home and ask a friend if the friend had fabric in her stash she could have. So I doubt she'll come back. They weren't if family members. They were antique vintage quilts, but they weren't a family member. So they were just somehow she ended up with them. And so I don't think she wanted to invest in actually what it would cost for me to quilt them and provide backing and batting and sew the binding on. So those went home with her. Oh, Donna says she's still in summer mode. Me too, Donna, but every day when I wake up and it's freezing, I think that it's probably not summer anymore. But I would like summer to last as long as it could because winter is very long. It's like summer, you blink and it's over, and winter like just goes forever. Okay, perfect. Stephanie says she's always up for fall. Donna, that is the truth. People do not realize the time and work involved in quilting, let alone the cost of the supplies. So I think that was a wide awakening for her. She thought she was just going to get them for nothing. But that doesn't exist in this world. Everything costs something, except for my love to you guys, because I love you guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good night. Go sew. Post it on Fabric Chick Stitch Along. We want to see what you're working on.